This very salty video is brought to you by Raycon. Well, this is a very different kind of video, but I get these questions so often that I feel the need to officially address them. Saber, what happened to the Glob Go Gab Galab video? Saber, what happened to the review for Ronald the Barbarian? Saber, what happened to your video about those creepy kid cartoons on YouTube? Copyright strike, and then removed by YouTube for the dumbest of reasons. So yeah, I'm gonna tell you all exactly what happened to each one of these 3 videos. Legit, these are some of my strangest stories to ever come from my time here on YouTube. They range from personal grudges all the way down to tinfoil hat conspiracy theories.
Computers don't make errors. What they do on purpose. By now, your name and particulars have been fed into every laptop, desktop, mainframe, and supermarket scanner that collectively make up the global information conspiracy, otherwise known as the Beast.
All right, let's start off with this old meme from 2018. Remember this guy? The fat worm? The Glob Go Gab Galab? That's his name. That's officially his name. So back in 2018, I noticed that this cartoon clip was making the rounds on Twitter. People were making memes about it. I thought, hey, I want to know more. Is this from a movie? Is it from a show? What is it? Well, it turns out that this clip was from a movie called Stravinsky and the Mysterious House. And I thought, hey, what the hell? Let's review it. And I did. And the review did really well. I think I broke like 1 million views on this one. Well, a few weeks after releasing the video, I was contacted by the guy who made the movie, his name being David. He put 2 copyright strikes onto my channel, one for the review and one for the Let's Watch. I was like, what the hell? What did I do? What happened? I emailed the guy and I said, hey, so what's going on? And he was like, well, your videos, they aren't really technically fair use. And I was like, I disagree. I think that they are. And then he was like, well, too bad, because, I'm the one doing the copyright striking. I thought to myself, well, this sucks. For those who don't know, you do not want copyright strikes on your channel. The first strike, not the end of the world. The second strike, you start to lose abilities you can actually do on your channel, like custom thumbnails and whatnot. 3 strikes, and you might lose your channel entirely. And I don't want any strikes. It's not worth it. No video is worth a strike. So I said to David, I will take down my videos. I will delete them. Will you please remove the strikes on my channel? He said, sure. So my videos, I deleted them. They were taken down off my channel. I did not re-upload them anywhere, but some other guy did. So I have folks who are like, hey, Saberspark, this guy stole your video. He re-uploaded it onto his channel. And I'm like, I don't care. I just don't care. If David wants to go after that guy, whatever. But something tells me that he doesn't care because he wanted to go after me. For some reason, I was the one who went too far. My review was what got underneath his skin. Not these guys. No, their reviews were perfectly fine. They're fair use. It was my review though. Mine was the one that went too far. And you'll start to notice like patterns here with my videos. It's like, imagine a bunch of YouTubers sitting in class and the teacher is looking at the chalkboard. Well, the students are like, hey, I'm gonna throw around paper balls and cause a bunch of trouble. And the teacher turns around and everybody's acting like angels and I'm the one caught with the paper ball in my hand and then I'm sent to detention. That's my life here on YouTube. That is my cross to bear. And that is not a pun because this is a Christian movie. So yeah, that's what happened to the Glob Go Gab Galab. And if you want to watch it, there it is. But hey, like my hands are off here. Whatever. I'm staying away from this.
I am the Glob Glo Gab Galab.
Next, we have Ronald the Barbarian, and this one is even weirder. So in April of 2019, someone recommended to me Ronald the Barbarian. I thought, hey, this looks kind of awful, let's check it out. And it turns out that I really like the film. It's not perfect, it's got issues, but it had heart, there are some good jokes, I thought the story was at least engaging, held my attention. All in all, I gave this movie props. I reviewed it and I told my channel, guys, this one is pretty good. And it's from a Danish company, a Danish studio. I don't get to review international stuff too often, especially from Daneland. I know it's not Daneland, it's Daenerys. So the video, the review, was taken down. And just like before, I had a let's watch for this. Except this time around, I was like, no, I'll delete the let's watch before they do a copyright strike on that. So this time it was just one strike and the video was taken down. I was confused because in the time of me uploading this video, and like 2 weeks later, I actually got an email from the guys who directed this movie. They were like, hey, thanks for giving our movie a shout out. We were hoping to get more attention to it. We really appreciate what you said. Thanks a lot. And I was like, hey, awesome work. Maybe I can review some of your other stuff in the future as well. Keep it up. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the distributors for this film did a copyright strike on my channel. I emailed them and I said, hey, so what's going on? This video is definitely fair use. Why'd you take it down? And they're like, oh, it's too much of the movie is in the review. And I was like, really? I don't really think so. I thought it was fine. Doesn't matter what I think. They're the ones with the power here. So they didn't care. I said, hey, can you like remove the strike? I'll take down the video. They said, sure. They never did. I just had to wait it out. I told them, like, the creators like the review. Can you talk to them? Can we work something out here, please? They said, sure. We're going to a movie festival. I think it was Cannes or however you say it. And then they said, when we get back, we'll talk to you. 1 month passed. 2 months passed. 3 months passed. And I was like, I'm not hearing back from these guys. This video is history. It's never coming back. And that really sucks. I liked the movie. I was proud of the video. It did really well. Again, broke 1 million views, just like Glob Go Gab Galab. And also I was excited about reviewing other movies and shows from the studio. But guess what? I wouldn't even touch them even with 6 feet of social distancing. Legit, I don't want to be anywhere near these movies. From the studio, from the distributors, no, we're done. That's how you lose me. Sorry I gave you free advertising to an audience who had no idea what movie this was. My bad. What the fuck? And then finally, we have the weirdest video removal of them all. The dark side of YouTube Kids. In May of 2017, I uploaded this video to my channel. Leading up to that point, I did a bunch of research about this strange new wave of content on YouTube. It was like kid cartoons with Mickey Mouse, with Spider-Man, with Elsa. I think the term assigned to it was Elsagate. You had this weird wave of cartoons, of shows, of basically content that was disguised as stuff for kids. But when you watched it, it's like surgery and bugs and people getting hurt. And it was not legit. It was truly awful. Just awful garbage stuff being made by folks to capitalize on the curiosity of children. Kids who are like, oh no, what's happening to Elsa? I want to watch. Or why is Minnie Mouse getting bugs put on her feet? And kids click on this stuff. They don't know. They have no idea what they're doing. They're dumb kids. So I wanted to raise public awareness about this trend of cartoons, because it got to the point where even my sisters who have kids were like, hey, Steven, we're seeing this really weird stuff on YouTube now. What's that about? And I was like, I don't know. Let me look into it. And that was the point. I wanted to let people know about this type of content and how crass and lowbrow it is, and how I just wanted to get views from unsuspecting children and parents. The video went out, it did really well, broke 1 million views. Again, there's a trend here. I think when my video gets enough views, it starts to make the people in charge go, hey, hold on a second, those views belong to us. Not realizing that for the Glob Go Gab Galab, free advertising. For Ronald the Barbarian, free advertising. But for this one, I can see how it's different because I'm raising public awareness, but still, I like to think it was a just cause. And YouTube, it's like you're punching up against them. And also, I think that they should have been held to it, because that content that they were allowing on their site was downright awful. So here is where my theory begins. This is where I put my tinfoil hat on and tell you all how YouTube was out to get me, okay? You ready for this one? You ready for the drama? I told you all I released this video in 2017, okay? 1 year passed, 2 years passed, okay? In 2019, and like, I think it was November or September, I think it was September, all of a sudden, my video was removed and there was no trace of it. You click on the link and it's like, this video's been removed. And I'm like, what happened? Excuse me? I can't even appeal this. It's gone. And I was just bewildered. I didn't know what happened. Well, eventually YouTube was like, oh, we did a manual review on this video and it turns out it violates community guidelines. So we had to remove it. And also, to be safe, we also put an age restriction on the video too, even though you can't even watch it because it's been removed. You know, just to be safe. What the hell, YouTube? This video was to raise awareness. The content that I used in my video was to let other folks know about the stuff that you were letting slide. What happened? I was confused. I was so bewildered and just flabbergasted. So that being said, at least there wasn't a copyright strike on my channel. They were like, oh, we won't do that. We'll just take the video. It felt like they just wanted to erase this from existence. Then it clicked with me because I was wondering for months, why did this happen? I got my answer. At least I think I have my answer. This is my theory. Remember the COPA stuff where YouTube all of a sudden went Puritans on our ass? And they were like, oh, kids must be protected. We must let audiences know what content is for adults, what content is for kids. If it is for a kid audience, you can't comment on the video. You have to be super clean. We have higher strict rules now. We have to keep it clean for the kids. This is YouTube. We're a family-friendly site. Where did this come from? Where was this change of heart? It's because COPA is a law and the FTC wants to enforce it. The FTC sued YouTube and Google back in like November of 2019 or something. And basically the lawsuit was Google and YouTube, they were caught stealing information, taking information from children viewers without the consent of their parents. You can't do that. So all that information they're taking, passing it off to other folks, probably for advertising and demographics and marketing, whatever. And then the FTC is like, we're suing you for $170 million, which, let's be real here, the money that YouTube made from taking information probably eclipses $170 million for them. That's chump change for them. So they made off like bandits. But then the FTC was like, you guys need to be held to a higher like standard, clean up your act, and also be held accountable to COPA, which is why YouTube freaked out a few months ago trying to, well, I say a few months ago, about a year ago, trying to change YouTube, being like, oh, we have to be child friendly or not. We don't know. That was such like a weird era for YouTube. It's still weird. Do you all want adult content? Because for a while it was like, no. But then the kid stuff happened and it's like your channel has to be either for kids or adults. So it's like, what is going on? There is an identity problem going on with YouTube. It's still going on to this day. I think they're trying to figure out what they want to do to maximize their profits. That's my theory. And in the process of YouTube trying to figure that out, I think they realized, oh, these kid cartoons, these creepy ones, get rid of them, hide them. We have to get rid of it. Because for a good long while, these things were just everywhere, like brazenly so, just out in the open. Now it's harder to find this stuff. The kid cartoons that do exist on YouTube are a lot better. Admittedly so, the objective of cleaning up this garbage has been somewhat achieved. So I guess it's a bit of a, what do they call it? A Pyrrhic victory for me, where it's like, we won, but at what cost? But still, it's like, I think YouTube saw my video. I think they realized I was raising points that made them look bad. Possibly, maybe the people who did the lawsuit, the ones who were prosecuting them, used my video as evidence. I don't know, that's probably not the case. But it felt like YouTube saw my video and said, yeah, this garbage, get rid of it. We never did such things. We're completely clean and Christian and holy in the eyes of God. And of course the FTC. because we gotta get that sweet, sweet money, but legally so. Wink, wink, wink. So that's my tinfoil hat theory. I guess the main reason why I err on the side of conspiracy here is that my video stayed up for 2 years. 2 years with nothing happening to it. And then it wasn't until 2019, after the COPA stuff started to fall on their radar for YouTube, where it was taken down manually and very suspiciously, where it was just gone. So that's my theory. That's what I think happened. So yeah, you've got the Glob Go Gab Galab, which was a personal grudge from the creator telling me to take down the video. That's what happened with that. Ronald the Barbarian was a bunch of suits from a distribution company not realizing the power of advertising with YouTube videos, doing it for free, reaching in the millions, out of touch dummies who take down my videos and then gave me a copyright strike. And then of course, the dark side of YouTube kid cartoons, which was just straight up erased, and I think it was because YouTube was embarrassed. That's what I think. Now, there is a counterpoint to that, because there are other videos for ElsaGate that are out on YouTube and they were never touched. It was my video though that was sniped out, which is why I believe that there's like this person at YouTube constantly watching my channel, making sure I stay in my lane, and if I ever veer out of my lane, they're like, boom, take that video down. So, yep, I get videos that are blocked for copyright claims. That happens. I get videos that I can't monetize because of, again, copyright claims. That happens. But these 3 videos in particular all suffered unique fates, and there you go, folks. That's what happened. I wish I could re-upload them, but copyright strikes scare the hell out of me, and then this one was just way out of my hands. It was like ripped out of existence, and it was done by the big boys of YouTube themselves, so I'm powerless. That being said, I'm trying to do everything I can moving forward, being honest with myself, making genuine, good content that falls into fair use, and I just want to be able to make content that my audience, you guys, can enjoy without being obliterated by the powers that be. So there you go. That is just the nature of the beast, and it sucks. Hey folks, just wanted to give a big shout out to this video sponsor, Raycon Earbuds. Because my videos get taken down, it's good to have sponsors to have my back so I don't go broke from demonetization. So Raycon, thank you. I've been talking about Raycon earbuds for a while now on my channel, but real talk, I truly enjoy them. I use them all the time, while I do chores, while I work out, while talking to friends, while I drive. And honestly, it's nice not having a wire getting constantly tangled up in my arms all the time. Also, Raycons are very stylish, and they fit well on my ears too. Like real talk, they never fall out. They also come with earbud adjustments to get a fit that's perfect for you. There's also a recharging case that's very potent and can get your Raycon earbuds to full power 4 times over on a single charge. And best of all, Raycons aren't super expensive like other brands. They're fairly priced, but still have a high level of sound quality. As of late, I've been using the everyday E25s, and it's their best version yet. It has 6-hour playtime, seamless Bluetooth pairing, a rich bass to the sound, and a more compact design that gives you a nice noise-isolating fit. There's also new colors to pick from. So click the link in the description below and use buyraycon.com/saberspark to get 15% off your order. Once again, I really do appreciate Raycons. I use them all the time, and I highly recommend them.